here's a hypothetical. If you could go back in time and visit your younger self, other than scaring the absolute piss out of him when he saw you, what 3 tips would you give him early on to accelerate his training?
It's just so crazy because back when I was like, just getting into training, I wanted every secret, every this, every that. How can I gain? Like, I wanted nothing more but to have bigger fucking muscles.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, it's like, it's just so simple. Like, there's no secret potion, secret pill, secret anything. It literally comes down to, if you're someone who's trying to build muscle and build strength, you need to track your training, and you need to be on a program that's going to allow you to achieve progressive overload in the beginning of your training. And on top of that, I would say to literally make sure you're getting enough calories every day, because that's what's going to make you grow, getting enough calories. So, I mean, that's really the biggest thing that I would tell people. And I would say if you're overweight, I would say, if you're really overweight, just, stop
eating.
Stop eating, but also just don't, stop saying, tomorrow. Just lose the weight. Don't be like, oh, well, what if I lose muscle? Don't worry about it. Drop all the weight until you're at a point where you're you're pretty lean.
Emaciated.
Basically emaciated, because you're gonna be skinny bones because you don't have any muscle yet. Right. And then at that point, then start going into a lean bulk. That's what I would say. Just get to the point where you're at a body fat that you're normal body fat, your face looks good, it looks lean, and now you can start your lean bulk. And that's really all I would say, because it's simple.
Okay. As long as the lines the same that, instead of the 3 tips for training, and this is just for everybody here, you've done an awful lot of things at a very young age, if you think about it. Mm-hmm. What 2 things would you give them for life advice?
Life advice?
Your younger self. Other than not to date Sally.
Don't date Sally. Let me think. That's a good question. I would say, the first thing I would say is to take your time with whatever you're doing, whatever you're trying to do in life, whether it be whether you want to build a business or whether you're working towards your some type of a career or anything that it is. I would say the biggest thing is to just don't rush things, and don't let setbacks throw you off your path. Mm-hmm. I mean, you have to expect failures, and you have to expect things to take a long time. You're not gonna, if you reach success overnight, how long are you gonna keep it? You know what I mean? So people that are successful and they stay in that position for a long period of time, it's pretty cliche, but it's honestly it's a long road that takes a lot of failures. And once you've failed all those times, now okay, this is what I don't do. Right. And honestly, knowing what you shouldn't do is sometimes almost better than knowing what you should. Right. Because like I said, all of a sudden your product that you just made blows up overnight, but now you have no idea how to actually run a business, so it just flops, right? So essentially, I would just say, take your time with things you're doing, stay focused, just keep your end goal in mind, and don't let failures turn you around.
Okay, getting now kind of segueing back into the whole video thing that we're doing right now. When did you start making fitness videos?
Well, me and Dave started making fitness videos on his channel. I started making them not even on my own channel. I would make them with Dave, where we would film together. I'd film him, he'd film me. We would do the whole thing. When we were seniors in high school, that's when it started. Yeah. We were, was it maybe junior year? Well, junior year, senior year of high school. So I was about between 17 and 18.
That's back when he had that little blue truck thing, right?
When he had the little RAV4, yep.
Remember he crashed in the parking lot?
Yeah, multiple times, yeah. Yeah. So it was about that, 17, 18, yeah.
Okay, when you started putting your own YouTube channel, did it blow up right away, or was it kind of slow growth?
I did gain 10,000 subscribers in under a week.
Wow.
And my first video got 60,000 views, and then from then on, I've never had a video on my channel that has had under 20,000 views. So honestly, it's just been a blessing, because everything since I started has just it really blew up. And honestly, a big portion of that I give thanks to Dave, because he was he was a pioneer for our the people around here, for me and him, to really just start filming the videos. You know what I mean? Obviously, people enjoyed whatever the heck I had to offer, so they wanted to come over and support my channel. But with Dave, they saw me on Dave's channel, so I already had a big support system through Dave's channel, which was amazing. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, I mean, it took off really quickly, and I think a big part of it, my personal taking off quickly, was obviously the fact that I already had this large audience that would watch me and Dave all the time in almost every video. So yeah.
Okay. A surprising amount of people on your channel, on Dave's channel, and to watch my channel too, actually have their own channels.
Yeah.
What kind of advice would you give those people?
Yeah, I mean, you know what? It's like, honestly, man, it's really simple. Like, what I would say, and I've talked to you about this too, it's like, don't try to be somebody you're not, and don't make a YouTube channel for the purpose of trying to get a sponsorship or trying to grow your followers to, to achieve some level of like clout or money or anything like that. Like, I mean, I just think that if you're like, just film what you're passionate about, what you enjoy. Like, if you enjoy filming videos, whether it's cinematography like Dave, then go do that. If you enjoy more so like me, getting bigger, getting stronger, not that Dave doesn't enjoy those things, but you know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to become an IFB pro.
Right.
I like to document that for people so they can see those changes. And I'm more so, into the bodybuilding, side of things. And I enjoy educating people, entertaining people. So I just stick to me. You know what I mean? I don't try to make crazy fancy edits all the time because it's just not really what I enjoy all that much. I enjoy filming my progress for people to see and for myself to see. You know what I mean? So I would just say, yeah, man, just film the things that you're interested in, that you like. Be yourself. And, like, if people enjoy it, if people like it, then they're going to come along that journey with you. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's just as simple as that. Like, it just comes down to consistency and being yourself. You know what I mean? And if people like it, they like it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Over the last couple of years, how has your content been changing?
I think it's changed because, like, I've just become more, like, well, it's definitely gotten better, like, production-wise. I have better equipment. I have people help me edit my videos sometimes. Like, for example, Road to the Stage, you know what I mean? I was having people edit them all and all that. And I probably will my next prep. But, yeah, I would say that just, like, the production value's gone up, and I just feel like I'm way more myself because I feel like I'm talking to people that I know because these people have been with me for so long now. And the new people coming in, I almost feel like I know them too immediately because, like, I meet people all the time and they come up and it's like we all have the same goal in mind, like the training. We all love it. We love the lifestyle. So it's like I feel like I just honestly see it as I'm talking to, like, some buff chill dudes I just met in the gym. And yeah, so I'm just more myself, and I would say that those are the biggest things. The production quality increase, and now I'm just simply myself on camera. Yeah, I don't try to be anybody or feel uncomfortable.
Was Gymshark your first major sponsorship?
No, actually, My Protein.
Oh, you did
was
My Protein,
was
really?
my biggest sponsor. Yeah, it was my first big sponsor.
Right.
Yeah, My Protein. Well, that's crazy. I've had a few. Like I've shuffled through like multiple sponsors when it comes. I've been with Gymshark from actually no, I was with multiple clothing companies in the beginning too.
Oh, really?
But you know what I was gonna say is for me, it took me a little bit of time to find the companies that now that I work with that like I just support back 100%. I love because I like the people behind the companies and everything that goes into the companies. But before, when I first got into it, I just wanted simply to get a sponsorship. I was like, I just want a sponsorship.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Validation.
Like that was one thing. And I even said like, don't do it for sponsorship. And I wasn't, but once it like came into like the realm, like companies are reaching out, I'm like, free clothes, you know what I mean? So I mean, it took me a little while to actually, smarten up. Who's behind this company? Do I really like their products? Do I really want to send people to get them, etc.? So, but yeah, My Protein was my first biggest, and I've had a bunch of them until I found Gymshark, and then now Create You, which is the nutrition company I work with. So I've cycled like through a few.
Well, now I know you have, obviously the PowerFX program, and you have Create You, which you're working a lot with now. Yeah. But I think a lot of people still consider you to be kind of like, or still identify you as a Gymshark athlete.
Well, I am a Gymshark athlete. Okay. Yeah, I still am a Gymshark athlete, and I'm still very much like involved with Gymshark, travel with them. You know what I mean? And like, I absolutely love being a part of Gymshark, and I will for years and years to come because of how amazing the company is from the inside. You know what I mean? So. Yeah, and a lot of people do see me as that just because even before I had my own business and, was working on my own things, I've been with Gymshark pretty much since almost the beginning. Okay. Yeah.
Now, not to make this like a plug for anything, but how did you get involved in developing the PowerFX program?
Yeah, so I got involved with developing the PowerFX because, so essentially I wanted to create something that that I could just reach a mass amount of people for a low price point. Right. So, like, I figured, okay, a monthly membership site was going to be the best way to go about it. Right. you know, I went about trying to find people that could help me, you know, on the back end of things, making like the website like the right way, making sure that everything's run smoothly, that we have support, all these things. So I basically found a business partner, well, multiple, but now it's only one.
Right.
And yeah, I just kind of ran with it like that, and that's kind of how the PowerFX was birthed in like.
In about 40 seconds, what should somebody expect to get from something like the PowerFX?
Honestly, I think someone should expect from the PowerFX something like being able to get stronger and, you know, gain muscle on a month-to-month basis due to the programming, and also it's the same thing we talked about earlier, like with the food. We have meal plans, which is cool. Like, so we're implementing a system where it's essentially just we have a registered dietitian that writes a meal plan. It's a base meal plan. It's like 2,800 calories, right? Then there's a calculator at the top. You put in your specific fat, carbs, protein, and calories, and then it changes all the foods
to match that.
Right. So essentially, I mean, it's really like it's like customized, you know, diets, but at $9 a month, and essentially you're getting a new program every month that coincides with the month before to make sure you're getting bigger and stronger and achieving progressive overload. Kind of like we've been preaching in the whole video.
True.
But again, I wanted to do it for a low price because I know a lot of people don't want to pay $150 a month for coaching. And I think for a lot of people, customized coaching is not all that necessary. So I figured, you know what, not everyone needs it. You know, you can look some things up on your own, but you have your own program, the diet plan, you know what I mean, whatever. So, I mean, yeah.
No, that makes a lot of sense.
Simple.
Okay, so I noticed that you moved to Miami, and then you're moving to Chicago.
Oh, Colorado.
Colorado? You sure?
Yeah.
All right, why do you keep moving around? What are you running
Chicago's next. But,
what are you running from?
No. So basically, I moved to Miami because, and I don't even regret doing it. I mean, I moved there because it's a
Well, how much do you weigh right now?
So currently I'm about I'm like 205. I got up to 214.
Right.
And I just felt like a water buffalo, so I stopped eating as much. I was still in a surplus.
Right.
This whole time, getting bigger, getting stronger as I went from 214 to 205. But I just stopped eating as massively much, and I dropped a lot of water and stuff like that. So I feel really good at 205.
Now, do you want to get much heavier before you have to cut down?
No.
Okay.
Definitely not, because I mean I have good shape right now, and I'm much way leaner than I was last year. So I mean, honestly, I don't think it's about weight. You know what I mean? Like I'm 5'8", so 205 pounds is it's heavy.
It's pretty big boy, yeah.
It's heavy. I mean, for being lean, it's very heavy at 5'8".
Right.
So like, I don't know. Like, I mean, I always, it's kind of hard for me because I always do want to chase numbers. Like that's how I got up to 214.
Right.
But then it's like, okay, if I'm sitting there with a resting heart rate of 100 beats per minute, and I feel like complete shit, I look like crap in the gym compared to how you know what I mean? It's not really worth it. You know what I mean?
When's your next show going to be?
My next show is going to be mid-June.
Okay, and it's still going to be class physique?
No, men's physique. Men's physique, board shorts, and we're going for the pro card. We're going to get it.
That's pretty cool.
Yes, sir.
So I think we have all your future plans. You're going to move to Denver?
Yes, sir.
Denver, right?
Yeah, Denver. Okay. It's Chicago, Denver. I think I'm moving like 6-7 other places.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have anything you want to say before they leave?
No, I was just I mean, I appreciate you having me on, and it's probably going to be a while until James and I film another video together because I'm going to be in Denver for a while. It's probably not going to be until like the summer. Right. But maybe we'll get on and do like some type of like video.
Yeah, we could do.
We could do something like that.
Oh, I had one more question. I noticed that a lot of off-season bodybuilder types grow beards.
Yeah.
And I was wondering if that's like a membership requirement.
You have to have a certain amount of muscle mass
to be able to grow a beard.
To be able to do the beard, yeah, and then grow it in nice and thick.
Right.
And rock it. I have my membership card right here.
So it just shows you're savage.
Yeah. Okay. Basically, this is my membership card right here, and yeah, it just basically shows you're a savage. You have a certain amount of muscle, and you're allowed to grow the beard.
Okay. Yeah. Everybody, thanks Dylan for coming in for us tonight. And if you get a chance, check out his PowerFX program because actually, if you need some kind of guidance, it's a good way to go.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. Cool. All right.